Welcome to Las Vegas and CES 2025. Now, there's a lot of cool tech here at CES, so we're going to put it all into one place for you, and let's start with one of my favorites, and that is Govee. At CES 2025, we checked out Govee's booth, and this was one of the coolest spots at the entire event. Govee's lights weren't just useful, they made us kind of rethink how lights should be used in our homes, and it completely changes the vibe. The Govee gaming pixel light was one that really got my attention, and seeing it in action was actually pretty cool, because it wasn't just about how bright colours are or how cool it looked, it was actually about how it perfectly matched the music and game action. And it's even more than that as well, because you get smooth animations at 30 frames a second, and you can tap into over 150 presets for things like weather updates, NBA scores, and you can even track Bitcoin on this. You can also design pixel art, or you can upload your own GIFs, and the retro speaker mode that it reacts to has some 8-bit music, and that was a pretty fun throwback, but it's a great way to add some personality to your gaming setup without going over the top. Govee has also created its own AI model to help you turn your ideas into cool illuminated effects and illustrations, and this is the first time that someone has been using AI to make smart lights truly smart. Another cool thing from Govee were its mini panel lights. They were super easy to set up and there was no messing around, and the colours were bold, they were bright, and we could see these working perfectly in like a little cozy reading area or as a fun feature on a wall. Then there was the Table Lamp 2 Pro, and they've teamed up with JBL here to get this sounding great, and it mixes light and sound, and it might sound like a gimmick, but this actually works really well. The lamp changes colours smoothly to match the music, creating the right vibe, and it wasn't just a lamp, it felt more like a centerpiece of the entire room. The Table Lamp 2 Pro offers Govee's cutting-edge RGBIC-WW tech, which means the LEDs are independently controlled and offer some nice warm white tones, and there's 210 of them in this as well, and this looks like a really cool lighting experience. Something else that we saw at CES 2025, which we thought was worth a shout, is the Eureka J15 Max Ultra. Now, this is not just a robot vacuum, it feels like a little bit of a sneak peek at the future of home cleaning. One thing that stood out right away was the IntelliView AI 2.0. This smarter system can spot and clean tricky messes, think like Sprite on tiles, which most robot vacuums will actually miss. It uses special sensors to see objects and surfaces in real time, and this works even in dim light, and it can adjust as needed. The way it adapted was actually really cool. So, for example, it found both wet and dry messes, and it switched between mopping and vacuuming without missing a single beat, and it even lifted the mop to avoid carpets and stretched out to clean edges perfectly. The suction power of this as well is a little bit wild. It's 22,000 PA, and we watched it suck up crushed up crisps and fine dust like it was nothing. Its special aluminum fan keeps it running strong and steady like a super powered vacuum, but without any effort for you at all. Like the Eureka J15 Pro Ultra, the J15 Max Ultra also has a self-cleaning base station that makes things even easier. That means after mopping, the base cleans the mop tray by itself, it scrapes off any debris, and it keeps things neat and hygienic. So for busy families, this is a bit of a game changer. It also features scrub extend mop extension function and flexi razor hair detangling function, which we really liked that on the J15 Pro Ultra. It also features side brush extension function and redesigned V-shaped structure for the side brush, which Eureka calls the Dragon Claw side brush. This design offers a significantly better detangling rate compared to the traditional side brushes that just use those equilateral bristles. Whether it's spills, pet messes, or hard to reach areas, the J15 Max Ultra handles it all like a pro, and Eureka has really stepped up its game for robot vacuums, and seeing this at CES made us rethink how easy cleaning can actually be. Next up on the list is DREO, and they've got some really cool smart home and kitchen gadgets that I think you need to have a quick look at. DREO has a lineup of smart home gadgets for your living room and kitchen, and if you haven't heard of them, they're a brand that's been making waves in this industry since 2021, and they are growing ridiculously fast because they top the charts on Amazon for fans and heaters. Their whole vibe is summed up in their vision that's feeling beyond innovation, which is about creating environments that respond to our needs and desires. Basically, they're all about blending cutting-edge tech with sleek designs that just work, and with over 10 million users, they're definitely doing something right. The star of the show though for us was the PolyFan 77S, and this is a game changer. It's got really cool wind motion technology that uses millimeter wave radar to adjust the airflow based on where you are in the room. It's like a fan that knows exactly what you need right when you need it. And the features, well, there's even more here because it can send airflow up to 110 feet, it swings around with a 150-degree oscillation, and it runs on an ultra-quiet DC motor. And that basically translates to it's powerful, quiet, and perfect for wherever you need it and wherever you want it. So that's whether it's in your bedroom, office, or living room. This plays really nicely with Alexa, Google Home, and Siri, and the DREO app. You can just tell this what you need it to do and it will handle the rest. And it's set to launch in May 2025, so trust us, this is going to be huge. But there is more from DREO at CES, and there is a wind motion simulator that actually, if you experience this in real life, it kind of blows you away. Now, picture this, you're playing something like Forza Horizon 5 and the fans here will sync with your driving speed. So the airflow changes in real time thanks to DREO's advanced DC motor and IoT technology. It's kind of making you feel like you're actually in that car. And DREO isn't stopping at fans and heaters. They are also active in the smart kitchen game, and they have gadgets like the Chef Maker and Barista Maker. So it's taking cooking and milk frothing to the next level. From what we saw at CES 2025, DREO isn't just another tech brand. They're setting the bar for how smart and stylish fun home tech can really be. Now, it wouldn't be a cool tech video if we didn't show you a phone, and this is the TCL 60XE NXTPAPER 5G. This phone is $199, and it has a pretty cool trick up its sleeve because when you press that NXTPAPER key, the 6.8-inch 120Hz display turns itself into an ink-style display. Now, this is the first phone coming to the United States with this NXTPAPER key, and it also has a really neat animation when you switch to that ink mode. What's cool about this, though, is that it has a 5010 mAh battery, so when not using that NXTPAPER key, your battery is going to last you all day and more. But when you do use that ink mode, it can last up to 7 days of reading. Now, TCL hasn't given us an exact date for this launching in the States, but it is coming this year. So if you want a unique looking phone, this might be something to keep an eye out for. And last up on the list is the ThinkBook Plus Gen 6 from Lenovo. Now, you might think that laptops aren't that cool, but this one, it really is, because this has a regular 14-inch OLED display. At a push of a button above the keyboard, it can turn it into a 16.7-inch display, and this is the first commercially available laptop to have this, so it makes it pretty special. It's actually a really nice, smooth transition, but this is going to be expensive, so around about $3,500, and with that, you do get a good amount of power, because it is powered by the Intel Core Ultra 7 2nd series, but this is something that we think could be a game changer. Now that wraps up the first part of the video because there is so much tech here at CES. We're going to do a part 2 of this and show you even more. So make sure you subscribe for that one. And if you do, then I will see you in the next video.